Welcome to the Bare Metal CISSP Prepcast. This series helps you prepare for the ISC Squared CISSP exam with focused explanations and practical context. In today's episode, we'll explore malware analysis and containment, two vital components of any modern cybersecurity program. Malicious software, or malware, represents one of the most persistent and damaging threats faced by organizations of all sizes. From ransomware that locks down mission-critical systems to stealthy trojans that exfiltrate sensitive data, malware can cripple operations, expose regulated data, and inflict massive financial and reputational harm. As a certified information systems security professional, you'll need to understand how to identify malware, analyze its behaviors, and contain its spread to protect your organization. Let's start by understanding malware threats. Malware is a broad category that encompasses any software intentionally designed to cause harm to systems, steal data, or disrupt normal operations. Common types include viruses, which attach to legitimate files and spread upon execution, worms, which self-propagate across networks, trojans, which masquerade as benign software, ransomware, which encrypts data for ransom, spyware, which captures keystrokes and surveillance data, and advanced persistent threats, or APTs, which represent highly targeted and sustained intrusions typically associated with nation-state actors. Malware can enter your environment through many vectors: phishing emails, malicious attachments, compromised websites, infected USB drives, or even through supply chain vulnerabilities. Once inside, it may operate quietly, escalating privileges, establishing persistence, moving laterally, and exfiltrating data, all while avoiding detection. Effective malware management involves 4 critical steps: timely detection, thorough analysis, rapid containment, and complete eradication. Each of these steps plays a role in limiting the spread and damage of the malware. Detection helps you identify the presence of a threat. Analysis helps you understand what it does and how it operates. Containment limits its reach, and eradication ensures it is removed fully and safely. Understanding malware behaviors, common delivery methods, and indicators of compromise enables security teams to respond more quickly and effectively when an infection is suspected. A strong knowledge of malware fundamentals lays the groundwork for proactive risk management and robust cybersecurity resilience. Let's now examine why malware analysis is such a critical component of incident response. Malware analysis is the systematic process of studying a piece of malicious code to determine what it is capable of, how it behaves, and what it is designed to accomplish. The goal is to gain actionable intelligence that can guide both immediate containment efforts and long-term security improvements. A well-executed malware analysis reveals the technical details of the malware: how it was delivered, what files it drops or modifies, which network connections it attempts, and whether it tries to establish persistence or escalate privileges. It can also uncover clues about the origin of the attack, including possible attribution to known threat actors or previously documented malware families. Analysis also identifies vulnerabilities that the malware may have exploited. This information helps organizations patch those weaknesses and prevent future infections. Additionally, indicators of compromise derived from the analysis can be shared with intrusion detection systems and threat intelligence platforms to alert on similar behaviors in the future. The outcome of malware analysis directly informs incident response. It helps determine whether the malware was isolated or widespread, whether any data was exfiltrated, and what systems need to be prioritized for remediation. It also supports post-incident reporting, compliance responses, and internal communication with stakeholders. Understanding the importance of malware analysis ensures that your incident response is based on evidence, not guesswork. It helps you act with precision, minimize impact, and harden your defenses for the future. Let's now walk through the main techniques used in malware analysis. The first is static analysis. This involves examining the malware code without executing it. Static analysis can include inspecting file headers, embedded strings, imported libraries or embedded resources. Tools like disassemblers and hex editors help analysts understand what the malware is designed to do, even before it runs. The second technique is dynamic analysis. This involves executing the malware in a controlled environment, often called a sandbox, and observing its behavior in real time. Analysts watch for actions like file modifications, registry changes, network activity, or attempts to access other system resources. Dynamic analysis reveals the actual effects of the malware and can uncover hidden functionality triggered during execution. The third approach is reverse engineering. This is a deeper form of static analysis where the malware is disassembled and examined line by line. Analysts look at the code structure, encryption methods, obfuscation techniques, and any conditions that determine the malware's behavior. Reverse engineering is time-intensive, but provides deep insight into complex or novel malware strains. Memory analysis is another key technique. This involves capturing and analyzing volatile memory from an infected system to identify active malware processes, injected code, or indicators of lateral movement and persistence. Memory analysis is especially useful when dealing with fileless malware or advanced persistent threats that operate entirely in memory. Combining multiple analysis methods yields the most comprehensive understanding. By using static, dynamic, reverse, and memory analysis together, you get a full picture of the malware's structure, behavior, and purpose, supporting more effective response and future prevention. For more information on CISSP certification and other valuable cybersecurity education resources, please visit cyberauthor.me. You'll find best-selling books, training tools, and resources tailored specifically for cybersecurity professionals. Also, there are other podcasts on cybersecurity and more at baremetalcyber.com. Let's now discuss how to contain malware once it's been detected. The first and most important step is to isolate affected systems immediately. Disconnect them from the network to prevent further spread. This includes disabling network interfaces, revoking remote access, and halting any automated synchronization services. Leverage endpoint detection and response tools to execute automated containment actions such as process termination, user account suspension, or device isolation. Configure firewalls to block communication with known malicious IP addresses or command and control servers. Use network segmentation to prevent lateral movement and restrict access to critical systems. Every containment effort should be guided by a predefined response plan. This plan should define roles, responsibilities, communication protocols, and escalation paths. Without a plan, teams risk acting in a disorganized or delayed manner, giving malware more time to do damage. If possible, preserve affected systems for forensic analysis. Capture memory images, disk snapshots, and log files to support investigation. Ensure that the malware is contained but not prematurely removed, as doing so can destroy evidence that may be needed for analysis or legal response. Communicate containment steps clearly. Ensure that all stakeholders, from technical staff to leadership, are aware of the status, actions taken, and what's expected of them. Transparency during containment builds trust and ensures coordinated response. Now let's review the security controls that support malware management. Start with anti-malware software and behavioral detection tools. These provide first-line defense against known threats and suspicious behaviors. Sandbox environments allow suspicious files to be detonated safely and analyzed before they reach production systems. Automated response capabilities can quarantine files, kill processes, or isolate devices based on predefined rules. Logging and monitoring are essential. Collect logs from endpoints, firewalls, web gateways, and intrusion detection systems. Integrate this data into a centralized platform to correlate activity and identify patterns. Secure communication channels ensure that incident response teams can coordinate effectively without exposing sensitive data. Apply encryption for logs, forensic data, and internal communications during the response process. Conduct regular security assessments and vulnerability scans to identify weaknesses that could be exploited by malware. Validate your backups regularly to ensure they are safe, complete, and capable of supporting recovery in the event of widespread infection. Finally, let's close with continuous improvement in malware analysis and response. Your malware management program must evolve with the threat landscape. Review and refine your analysis workflows, containment procedures, and forensic capabilities on a regular basis. Use real-world incidents and case studies to improve your detection rules, training content, and technical controls. Track key metrics such as time to detect, time to contain, and frequency of reinfection to assess program effectiveness. Collaborate across departments. Malware response touches every part of your organization, from IT and security to legal, compliance, and public relations. Ensure everyone understands their role and contributes to program improvement. Keep training current. Threats change, tools evolve, people rotate. Ongoing education ensures that everyone stays sharp and ready to respond. Thank you for tuning in to the CISSP Prepcast by Bare Metal Cyber. Visit baremetalcyber.com for additional episodes, comprehensive CISSP study resources, and personalized certification support. Strengthen your understanding of malware analysis and containment, and will consistently support your journey toward CISSP certification success.